It's Week 14 of the National Football League, and everyone's eyes goes to Jahmyr Gibbs. He's been a frequent end-zone tourist. He's second in the league in rushing touchdowns. It's the Lions and the Falcons on Monday night.
We've all waited long enough to get here. It's time for some football as we welcome you to the NFL on EA Sports. Glad you could join us, everyone. Alongside Brock Hewitt up in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And this contest isn't quite the level matchup that typical good games are born from, partner. One side clearly favored over the other.
Yeah, well, you know where this comes from? A trap game, that's where this comes from. In any sport, from the NFL to basketball to soccer, playing at home, we know this could be the great equalizer that gives the steepest underdogs a fighting chance, and you can feel it in the building today.
I was going to say, you can already hear this home crowd rally and support that upset. Set to go is the kicker, Michael Badgley. And here we go on Monday Night Football. Return starts at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. They're led out by a QB who made his starting debut all the way back in 2012. You weren't still playing then, were you, Brock? He's found plenty of touchdowns since then. It's Kirk Cousins.
He gave us all the excitement we could hope for last week, but it wasn't all in a good way, at least for his team. Never knew if his throws were going to end in a touchdown or turnovers, and he had a couple of both by the end of the loss. You don't want him to lose that gunslinger mentality. You just want him to be a little more thoughtful with each and every decision.
And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Lee McNeil in on the tackle. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At the 27-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Pass complete to Mechie. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Has him on the quick hitter. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Well, we saw him absorb that big hit, and it's as we feared. He's in some pain after that play, enough that the medical staff gonna go out there to check on him. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. Pick up a 5 on that play, and the Falcons will have a first.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On 2nd down, Robinson. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. A 5th defensive back into the game for the Lions. 3rd down coming. Out of the gun, Cousins. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Lions take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Even he mentioned it to us. There hasn't been much celebrating for him since last week. While other guys were taking in the win and enjoying some time to relax, he was reviewing what went wrong in that game. An interception, not finding the end zone, That's not the type of impact that usually finds you a win, and he knows he's got to do more for his team.
Goff taking it right to the air. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or two short of that 25. It's a pickup of 11. And that gives the Lions the first. First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. A.J. Terrell making that stop. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Gibbs now from the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And in for the Detroit touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. But they couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Michael Badgley on to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Falcons, nothing. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Lions.
Badgley on to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Falcons and Kirk Cousins headed back out to the field now. And he's kept up the pace all season long. To the point, look, he's in the top 5 across the NFL in passing. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
He beams one deep. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Brian Branch has it.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end left. On 1st down, it's Goff. On the move, headed right. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Running it with David Montgomery. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Hey, kill!
Goff on 1st and 10. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson takes it away. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And Brock, they are not off to a good start. 2 drives, 2 giveaways. I think they could call this a win if this drive just doesn't end in a turnover.
Yeah, there's got to be some voices of calm within this offense to play smart, not scared. Play smart and take care of the football, but you can't be scared to make a mistake, but typically one will follow.
That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Falcons will have a first. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Play action now for Cousins. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Into the hands of Pitts.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit stays at 7.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the gun, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. That's the end of our 1st quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They'll need something big here to start out. It's 3rd and long.
17.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. The Lions readying for the punt. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And this one's out of the side of the end zone. Was trying to get that precise aim, but he was off the mark. It's going to be a touchback. The Falcons ready for their next possession. They left a few on the table their last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. Pitts brings it in. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Now Cousins on third and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Robinson on the inside give. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 36. He connects with the rookie from LSU. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Got a man, it's Drake London. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 41. Finds London on the slant. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. They've got first down from the 31. Now Cousins again. That one's complete to London. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 1. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Marcus May has it. And the Lions take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right, just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And you can see he's valued well beyond his work just as a runner. He's leading NFL backs in receiving touchdowns late in this season. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
What?
I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap here to Goff. St. Brown's got it, complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
From the 43. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Let's see what they went with on third down. Goff setting to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. First down throw from Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
2nd and 10 now. Throw left side, and St. Brown has it. It's a 21-yard gain. And that gives the Lions the first. And with a half of football left to play, we can see already how close he is to that 100-yard mark in this game. Gotta think that he stands a good chance of reaching it with plenty of time left to go. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing again, it's Goff. Into the hands of Gibbs. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Goff. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions grow their lead just before halftime. DeAndre Hopkins, the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Point after converted from Badgley. And the Lions double their lead to 14.
Falcons, nothing. Michael Badgley, a kickoff for the Lions.
Badgley on to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Good looking return here, and he's got room. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. The Falcons with the football late in the first half. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Continuing to move past the 45. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, Cousins. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. That brings us to the break, and it's the visiting Lions holding an early advantage. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 23-16, your final score. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Trevor Lawrence, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott
Out to kick
and
it
Brock
away.
Ewert.
Here's Pinion. Return starts at the 9. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Lions back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And he's played a major impact in their passing game, too. Look at this. We're near the end of the season, and he's leading all NFL backs in receiving yards.
We go tonight.
They send St. Brown in motion left. They go play action with Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Pass complete to Gibbs. Pushing it up past the 30.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Tight end in motion left. 4th down, Goff throwing. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down, just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Going to the ground again on first. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Pass taken in by St. Brown. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs, and he's now reached it with that last catch. Third down, 1 yard to go. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Goff on 1st and 10. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
It's Gibbs on the carry. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that first down marker.
And he'll go down here at the 16. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there, and he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Off play action, Goff. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. 40. At the 20. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? And they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme was give me 6.
Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. Brings in the kick at the 9. Returns looking good so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Coming right is Gibbs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, and they go right back to him. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the gun, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Escapes out to the left. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
One of the tight ends in motion left. He's back to throw. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs. First down throw from Goff. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Arnold Ebiketie makes it there for the stop. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Second and 6 coming up here. On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. And he'll go down here at the 16. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire, getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
And he has this one down to the 8-yard line. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it,
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign? Well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
Throw complete to Williams. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. Here's a give to Gibbs. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Now try Gibbs again. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. So now here's third and goal. They'll run. It's Gibbs. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Pick up of a couple, and after 3 straight stops, they're up against fourth and goal. Here we go with Montgomery. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Lions go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. David Montgomery with the touchdown. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions double their lead to 14.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Lions.
Badgley on to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. To the air, Cousins. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And he'll get it up to the 44. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 2nd and 1. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's good. 4 operations. 1st down.
Now Cousins again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And they bring him down around the 34. 1st and 10, here's Cousins. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Lions very close to an 11th win this season. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They send the tight end in motion. Another one for Gibbs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Montgomery now up the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down. Now Gibbs. Breaks the tackle, still going. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. The defense takes its third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Go tonight!
Running on second with Montgomery. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 on that play. Now it's going to be third down and 6. Setting up for the kneel down on third. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
His kick is good at the ends, but boy, Brock, we might see some words exchanged at midfield here as they add 3 to the win as time expires. So the Lions get the win on the road. And with this being their 5th consecutive victory, Brock, it's easy to argue they've been the best team in football over the last month. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Lions as we say goodbye from Atlanta.